On this episode, we take care of the fuel pump. What up, YouTube? Welcome back. This, I'm gonna call it, will be the final video of this build, because come next week, Wednesday, today is Saturday the 19th? Yes, Saturday the 19th. The Wednesday the 23rd, we're taking it to get tuned. So I gotta get the fuel pump done, and then when I get to the shop, I'm gonna add in the injectors. But today is going to be fuel pump day, and then we'll start it up and see if it runs. So let's get on to taking apart the fuel tank and the fuel pump. Alright, so here we have the back of the trunk. I already took out the battery. I just got to remove that. I'm going to take out that piece, pretty much take out the flooring. Basically gut the trunk. Fuel tank's behind there. Got to get some bolts from the top, some bolts from the bottom, and then the fuel lines, and this would come out. So let's go ahead and start knocking all of this out and getting this fuel pump in. Alright, so I got the brace out, got that all out, the little felt covers out, pretty much put all my nuts and bolts and brackets inside the battery cover. Now there's one nut there, and that'll take this bracket off. To get to these on each side, I pretty much have to go underneath the car, take out a big old plastic piece, and then loosen up those two bolts. Then these will come off, and then there's a couple fuel lines that have to get loosened up, and then this bad boy is ready to come out. So I'm gonna lift the car up slightly, get under it, and loosen up all those bolts and that plastic piece, and then start popping this out. Alright, so as you can see, I got both straps off. I gotta cut that. Disconnected the harness. Now let me show you guys underneath the car. Alright, so underneath the car there was a big old plastic piece pretty much covering all of this. I had to disconnect. There was, let's see, this has a little clip on it that was attached to a plastic piece. Just pulled that out. Now these two fuel lines, as you can see how much of a tight squeeze it is, you gotta pinch them and pull them down. That one I think can just wiggle off slowly, but yeah, the limited amount of room I have to move sucks. So I'm gonna pretty much work on this. And once these two lines come off, then pretty much I can pull the tank out, take off the locking ring, the harnesses, the connectors, and all the other stuff that goes along with it, and get the fuel pump out. So I want to work on these and see how long I can take before I get them out. Alright, so for these hoses, it actually wasn't that bad. This tool right here works perfectly. For this one right here, grab the sides, squeeze, pull it out, and then for this one, close it, get it right up in there, pinch it into where it locks, and pull it straight down. And where's the hose at? Ah, here it is. That one. Right on the back here. You just push that in and pull it straight down, and it comes out. This one, you squeeze these two and pull it straight down, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So on to pulling out the tank. Alright, as you guys can see, gas tank's out. It's right here on the floor. Pretty much all you got to do is push that one up, because they're like on some plastic tabs, and the thing slides right out. Except I didn't realize I had that much gas in there. This thing was pretty heavy. So now what I do is cut the strap, open this up, take the cap off, take the fuel pump out, fuel sending unit separate from the actual fuel pump, put everything back together, throw it back in the car. But I'll show you guys how to take the fuel pump out and replace it. But for now, let me get this off. Alright, so fuel pump assembly is out. I already took it out of its case. Believe it or not, I didn't clean that. I just took it out, or I emptied out the gas, and pretty much that's what it looks like on the inside. So for it being garage kept, it's really clean. So now on to disassembling this whole thing, because the fuel pump's under here. I gotta figure out what else I gotta take off, but fuel pump's about ready. I got the new one right here. It's the 300C. Yep, the 300C. So this is E85 compatible. So if I do decide to go that route, I can, because my injectors, they're 60-pound injectors, and they're capable of running E85 too. So I don't know yet. We'll see when I get to the tune shop and see what they say. But gonna have to reschedule all that either way. Not gonna happen next week, so that'll come another time. But I will still make a video starting the car. But for now, I am going to get this put together, put back in the tank, and put the cover back on, put everything back in, and then I'll update you guys when it's all done. So, fuel pump time. Alright, so old fuel pump is out. New fuel pump is gonna go in. I already got that switched over. Got a new O-ring in. I think that should be it, I hope. So I'm gonna go ahead and shove this in there. And I think I should be good with putting everything back together. If not, I'll look everything over and check to make sure, but new fuel pump's about to go in. Alright, those two clicks I'm assuming is now in. Put my connector in. The sweet sound of bolt-on is amazing. Now, whoops. So I got my new O-ring in there. This way. Alright, get my float back in. Alright, It's all back together. Let's shove this into there. This hose go in. There we go. So now, I know you can't see inside the tank, but this gets clipped on, so there's a hose in there. I don't know if you guys heard that click. And then this one gets clipped into right there. And then back in it goes. Alright. Got my locking ring. Let's match it up. Alright, I don't know if you can see, but I got my yellow marks. Got my yellow marks matched up. Click that back into place, and this wraps underneath. It almost looks like the sensor for the mass airflow. But that goes back onto here. That goes back onto there. And then the cap will go back on. Get that all tucked in there nicely. And there we go. Fuel pump, fuel tanks all put back together. Now I'm gonna pick it up, put it back into its home, and put everything back together. And then what I'll do is I will turn the key on to prime the pump, and that'll let me know if it's working, if I need to take it back out, do anything, and make sure everything's good. But for now, I'm just gonna put it back in the car, and then we'll prime it and see if it works. All right, so pretty much got everything all put back together. I haven't tested it yet. I'm hoping that I put everything back the way I got it. So I'm going on the fact that I put it back right. So we got battery connected, pump is in, so we got power. All right, so now we're in the car. I got the key. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear with the new pump if it'll prime or not, but we'll go ahead and see. So, key time, moment of truth. Ready? Shh. I hear it priming. Let me turn it off. Off. And it's on. Alright, so let's take a quick look and see if there's any puddles of fuel all over the floor, and if there's not, fuel pump change successful. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, I'm just starting under the hood because I loosened that up to relieve the fuel pressure so I don't see any leaks there. Now let's go ahead and look under the car. Alright, and as far as under the car goes, no leaks. So, I did good. Now the only thing I have to do is just put that plastic piece back under the bumper, and that'll be it, but I'm not going to bore you guys with that, so. Alright, well, thanks for watching. The fuel pump's done. The injectors, I'm going to probably wait till it's time to get the tune, which now I don't know when that'll be, but probably sometime either end of September, early October, mid-October, but it'll get done soon. Next episode, we will start it. This episode, fuel pump's complete. Just got to put the plastic piece on. Done. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, do what you got to do. And as always, if you didn't like it, it's too late. You already watched it. Peace!